Gak ada yang lebih ngeselin dibandingkan ada di dalam satu situasi yang mana you need to deal with an adult yang senseless. Bener-bener gak bisa baca situasi, yang gak bisa baca kondisi, yang gak bisa baca the vibes of the room. Yang kerjaannya tuh buang sampah dan buang limbah emosionalnya ke halaman orang. Hi beautiful soul, welcome back to this channel. It's been a while since the last time I posted a video. Hectic banget ngurusin a lot of stuff. Ada Sahara, my new clothing line with my besties. Ada Project Metamorph yang mana one of my hobby yang udah ditekunin dari berapa tahun lalu tak kepoinnya. Actually, this episode I want to vent about how I feel and what I think about this particular stuff. Pernah gak sih ngerasa kayak capek banget? Udah kehidupan sehari-hari lelah ditambah dengan dibikin lelah oleh orang-orang yang bodoh secara emosional. I'm not talking about intellectual capacity ya, karena itu memang beda-beda dan itu juga tergantung lah. Tapi ini lagi ngomongin tentang emotionally retarded people yang benar-benar drain you to the core. Kayak benar-benar yang suck your energy dry. Gak ada yang lebih ngeselin dibandingkan ada di dalam satu situasi yang mana you need to deal with an adult yang senseless. Benar-benar gak bisa baca situasi, yang gak bisa baca kondisi, yang gak bisa baca the vibes of the room. Yang kerjaannya tuh buang sampah dan buang limbah emosionalnya halaman orang, nggak considerate sama apa yang orang lain pikir atau rasakan. Yang penting dia venting aja, kayak dramatis lah pokoknya tentang apa yang dia pikir dan apa yang dia rasakan tanpa tahu itu dampaknya buat orang tuh gimana. Seakan-akan tuh orang tuh punya kewajiban untuk memproses atau menampung semua isi unek-uneknya itu, yang mana sebagian dari itu tidak make sense terhadap. I'm not talking about mereka yang senseless ya in terms of like memang punya disorder ya, kayak mungkin ada spectrum autism atau itu Asperger atau itu Satan syndrome yang mempengaruhi kemampuan mereka memang secara sosial, enggak. I'm not talking about those special need people atau yang mungkin memiliki disabilitas. No, I'm not talking about that. Kalau kalian pernah nonton The Big Bang Theory, there's this one person, Sheldon Cooper. Boleh dibilang dia secara intelektual tuh emang genius. Dia di atas rata-rata lah. Emang dia pinter secara intelektual, tapi secara emosional tuh emang agak dia nggak bisa baca situasi, dia nggak bisa baca apakah orang itu lagi sarkastik atau beneran. Nggak bisa cukup peka untuk tahu apa yang dia lakukan atau yang dia katakan atau yang dia buat itu meresahkan warga sekitar atau tidak gitu.
This package came while you were at work?
Oh, great, my rhinestones, thank you.
Excuse me?
What?
You have to sign this?
What is it?
When I signed for the package, I was deputized by the United Parcel Service and entrusted with its final delivery. I now need you to acknowledge receipt of the package so that I'm fully indemnified and no longer liable.
Sheldon, it's just a box of rhinestones.
Well, the contents are irrelevant. A legal bailment has been created. Does that mean nothing to you?
It means nothing to anybody. Come here, let me
No, it's about our paper. A team of physicists confirmed super asymmetry. Our paper was right. We did it.
We did it?
We did it.
We did it. We did it! We did it! We did it! Just to be clear here, you're asking for my assistance.
Yes.
And you understand that will involve me telling you what to do?
So I'm talking about mereka yang sebenarnya itu manusia normal, tapi yang bikin mereka nggak normal itu adalah karena mereka tidak memiliki kemampuan yang baik untuk menyampaikan kondisi emosional mereka. Yang boleh dibilang acting like a total pain in the ass simply because they can and they're very good at it. Intinya goalnya mereka adalah ya pokoknya mereka mau didengar, mereka mau ngerasa lega, gue mau menjadi diri gue apa adanya. Ya, gue juga mau, but no. If that causing other people's dear sanity, that's worth it. Well, then again, in compensate for Sheldon's annoying habits or his inability untuk baca situasi dan punya kepekaan untuk other people's emotions or other people's feelings or situations, bisa dibilang wajar lah ya karena dia theoretical physicist yang mana dia genius, dia emang benar-benar segitu pinternya gitu ya. Tapi kebanyakan dari orang-orang yang saya jumpai yang kebetulan I encounter ini yang nggak segitunya. Bukannya secara intelektual tuh di atas rata-rata, tapi memang secara level ngeselinnya tuh di atas rata-rata. Jadi dia boleh dibilang top of their class in terms of level annoyingnya. Ada satu studi kasus memang aku alamin sendiri. This particular person yang hobinya itu adalah venting, yang memberikan banyak teori. Intinya tuh dia butuh validasi. Stop making other people tuh kayak feel responsible kalau mereka tuh harus kayak pampering you, keep listening to your nonsense, you keep questioning yourself, terus lo nanya ke gue, terus gue harus jawab apa gitu. Lo sibuk ngomongin apa yang lo pikir, apa yang lo rasa, begini dan begitu. Yang ngerti semua orang ada feeling, you ada feeling, I understand that. Gak semua orang harus mendengar tentang feelingmu at any time, dan gak semua orang harus selalu relate. Aku aja nih ya, kalau misalnya ada feeling tuh, I tend to feel in a big way. But most of the time, I try to regulate it supaya jangan sampai my feeling yang mengganggu aku ini ikut mengganggu orang lain. Karena terkadang sebagian besar dari feeling itu tidak berguna dan feeling itu bisa berubah. Pikiran itu bisa berubah, mood itu bisa berubah. Tapi kadang efek bitter yang kita bagikan ke orang itu stick around dan itu melelahkan. I found one funny account in Instagram. Mereka ngebahas, these two lady ngebahas tentang disappointment affirmations. Kalau boleh, bawaannya this bullet points wisdom untuk orang-orang yang annoyed us with their retardedness tadi. Pengen diafirmasi, nah ini sebenarnya lagi pengen aku ngomongin.
So from our friends with the Instagram account, disappointing affirmations, stop wondering if you're good enough. You're not. You're doing the best you can, which is kind of embarrassing. I feel like that so many times. I've actually been in conversations with people before, and they're telling me how they handled something, which was not the best way to handle it at all. And then they'll follow up with, but I just did the best I can. And I've said to myself in my brain, God, that's so embarrassing. And the best one of the day, you are filled with so much potential. What a fucking waste.
Sambil dicetak kalau bukunya dan laku keras. I think if I make like this kind of book yang sarcastic book kayak gini yang untuk venting sekalian, bayangin gak sih kalau misalnya kita bisa ngomong langsung directly right to your face untuk this kind of people yang emotionally retarded tadi, yang punya kebiasaan untuk drag us down emotionally, yang kerjanya kayak, do you have time? I need to like vent, I need to cerita. Mendingan kalau misalnya cerita tuh telepon atau apa tuh ceritain, you know what, I've been through shit today, but this is what I'm thankful about. Ternyata tuh feelingnya gue, apa yang tadi itu gak seburuk yang gue pikir. Ternyata gini, kan enak ya ada Victoria story gitu, tapi udah bisa make meaning sendiri instead of ngomongin bertubi-tubi feelingnya begini dan begitu dan minta diafirmasi kayak enggak kok, this will be better, you're good enough, you'll be in a better place. Kadang aja gue meragukan diri gue sendiri, kenapa gue juga harus menguatkan lo yang meragukan diri lo, gue aja kayak ragu sama diri gue sendiri, tapi ya jangan gue orang dong gitu loh maksudnya. On more serious notes, these are the few things that I pick and learn along the way during my adulthood moment. Yes, selama perjalanan hidup ini yang menjadi seorang manusia yang memang punya banyak feeling dan banyak pikiran. And I tend to like overthink stuff and I tend to like feel things in a big way, dan boleh dibilang terkadang berlarut-larut dalam my overthinking tadi dan all of my feelings. And sometimes I'm drowning. I'm not claiming that I'm mastering in like emotional regulations and stuff, but practice does make me better and it can make you feel better too. So this is the few things that I gathered dari few psychological book and few movies that I read. I think these are 6 simple steps emotionally mature people regulate their emotions. First, identify it. Name it, feel it, process it. Then baru express it. Bukan langsung diekspres ya, tapi di-identify dulu. Aku selalu dikasih tahu by my mom, unprocessed feelings are not meant to be shared. Feeling yang masih raw, yang masih gak jelas, yang masih gak tahu kenapa begini dan begitu, biasanya aku dikasih tahu untuk kayak tenangkan diri dulu. That's how my mom handle me usually. Karena aku juga kayak orangnya meledak-ledak. Stop your mind from thinking the unnecessary stuff, then write it down. That's why I love journaling, because that's how I try to identify myself, identify my thoughts, and identify my feelings. Sebelum kita langsung mengekspresikan feeling kita, karena biasanya kalau kita lagi ada feeling sesuatu yang kuat, terus kita langsung mengekspresikannya atau langsung meledakkannya ke udara atau ke tetangga kita, biasanya pasti akan ada terjadi kesalahan. Either itu misunderstanding, either itu offend people, or cause you into a lot of trouble, unnecessary trouble. Jangan sampai kita express our feelings in the wrong time, in the wrong way, to the wrong people, because that can cause you a lot. Seriously, I tried that. Step kedua adalah owning it. Own your feelings. Like, I feel this. Yes, you feel that. It's not like waktu ada feeling terus ya udah di swap it down. Ada thoughts terus like, brush it off, nggak gitu juga, but own it. Like, yes, I feel this. But then you recognize the idea that other people might not share the same feeling as you are, and that's okay too. Bukan berarti you have to like show your feeling dan anggap itu nggak ada, enggak. Tapi bukan berarti orang juga harus selalu relate to how you feel, because you're the one who feel that way. It doesn't necessarily make other people needs to feel the same way. Third, express your feelings. Setelah udah di-own, udah di-identify, udah di-name, process, then you express it. Express your feelings in an appropriate manner. Jangan lebay, jangan flat, karena semakin you try to like bottle it down, you contain segitunya, kayak numb it off, brush it off, seakan-akan gak ada, sooner or later it will explode and it will get way uglier than it's supposed to. Be civilized. We are decent people with norm, with culture, with belief system. Yang pastinya dengan kita memiliki big feelings, that's how we need to like express ourselves in a certain way. Because we need to like guard our standards, right? Ada beberapa orang yang manage untuk express their feelings in a creative way. Sometimes I try to make something out of my feelings. Salah satunya adalah making this content or this podcast, or like do my journal or do some calligraphy, write on like inspiring quotes to feel what I feel, but to express it in a healthier manner, in a productive way, in more creative and a beautiful way, instead of like scream or shout or showing the ugly side of me or like throwing tantrum. Kalau berkarya kan enak ya, kedepannya nanti waktu look back to our creations during that heat of the moment, during that feeling happen, kayak oh this moment gue pernah ngalamin ya, pernah lewatin, and that's how I feel that then, but I overcome it, which that's could be a good check point for you in life. 4, read the room. We're not 2 years old anymore yang dimana kerjaannya ngablu, scream and shout, lari. No, read the room. We cannot just express our emotions the way we want it at any time. We cannot expect the world to stop hanya untuk karena feeling kita lagi gak enak, atau karena kita lagi gak mood, atau karena kita lagi gak pengen, atau karena kita nggak bisa functions karena we feel certain ways. I used to be that person yang mana the world needs to understand my situations karena gue lagi ngalamin shit that happens in my life, lagi ngalamin turbulence, feeling gue lagi all over the places, lagi parno, lagi depressed, then as if I stop living, and the people needs to understand that. 5th, figure out a way to help yourself. Cari tahu apa yang bisa help you to get out from that frustrations or that strong feelings or emotion. Do some meditations, mindfulness, reading, breathing, exercise, yoga, whatever it is that helps you. Berkarya, nyanyi, bikin lagu. Some of my creative friends, they inspire me in a lot of ways. Terkadang justru malah banyak karya-karya amazing yang mereka happens bukan ketika hidup lagi baik-baik aja, tapi waktu mereka lagi punya strong emotions about something. Everything that help us manage our emotions, do that. It's like itu sehat. Few deep breath can help the world since it's allow you to stop before you react. Ya, kenapa breathing exercise? Kayak diam dulu, nafas dulu. And sometimes it helps sebelum kita impulsif melakukan sesuatu yang pastinya nantinya kita regret. And the other way for me to help myself adalah biasanya bikin diri aku capek. Salah satunya apa? Olahraga, entah itu outdoor sports or indoor sports. Figure out to help yourself. Find some interesting books to read or songs to listen to. Find what helps you. And terakhir, review yourself. Review both sides. Kenapa we feel certain ways and what can we learn afterwards. We know the feelings, but we also need to accept the ideas that there are to experience. Kenapa? Mengapa bisa begitu dan what can we learn from that? Supaya feelingnya atau emotionsnya yang kuat tadi tidak sia-sia. If that appears in yourself, appears in your life, appears in your day, there must be something that caused it, and there must be something that you can learn from it. Jadi daripada venting dan mengganggu orang dan sekelilingnya dengan keep on like venting, ranting, taruh di social media, mencari simpati yang tidak perlu dan mengundang perhatian dari tempat yang salah. I suggest you do something productive, something that could help you, or probably even better bisa help other people yang mungkin lagi ngalamin hal yang sama. And hopefully you can express it in a wise way, in a decent way, and in a creative way. So good luck, try that. See you in the next one.